Queens, Your Majesties, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for returning. Trust you and yours are well and you're loving yourself and others like always. Many thanks to all of you for the support you give to the channel. Thank you so much to our channel members, to our anonymous supporters, to all of you my team subscribers. You were loved, celebrated, and appreciated. So there is something I want to bring to your notice again. When we talk about Africa and we say Africa is corrupt, our leaders are corrupt, there's no development, there is this, there is that, insurgency, what, kiniko. I'll be bringing to you proofs here how Europe and America are directly involved in causing confusion in the motherland. They are directly involved in, insurgencies, Boko Haram, internal problems and wars in the motherland, how they are involved. Now, there is another confession of a man who had told us that the United States is practically involved in the situation of Sudan. All right, there's a lot going on in Sudan, the war in Sudan right now. He has said that America orchestrated it. They are behind it. These are not my words. These are his words. I'm going to lead you to that soon. But the truth is that he's not lying. Like, this is what he know. This is what he know he was involved in, and that's why he's saying it. There is no conflict in Africa that Europe and America is not involved. I have been telling you this thing. The earlier we realize this and work together to cut off this nonsense, the better for us. You see the issue of Congo and Rwanda? There is a bigger hand involved. And it's not far from Europe and America. They are the ones. They are the ones. So, let's listen to this quickly.
South Sudan did not defeat North Sudan or Sudan in a tribal battle. It was a U.S. project. I would go often to Nairobi and meet U.S. military or senators or others with deep interests in Sudan's politics. This was part of the game of unipolarity. So the NATO enlargement, as you know, started in 1999 with Hungary, Poland, and the Czech Republic. And Russia was extremely unhappy about it. But these were countries still far from the border. And Russia protested, but of course to no avail. Then George Bush Jr. came in. When 9/11 occurred, President Putin pledged all support. And then the U.S. Decided in September 20th, 2001, that it would launch 7 wars in 5 years. And you can listen to General Wesley Clark online talk about that. He was NATO's supreme commander in 1999. He went to the Pentagon on September 20th, 2001. He was handed the paper explaining 7 wars. These, by the way, were Netanyahu's wars. The idea was partly to clean up old Soviet allies and partly to take out supporters of Hamas and Hezbollah. Because Netanyahu's idea was there will be one state, thank you, only one state. It will be Israel. Israel will control all of the territory. And anyone that objects, we will overthrow. Not we exactly, our friend, the United States. That's U.S. policy until this morning. We don't know whether it will change. Now, the only wrinkle is that maybe the U.S. will own Gaza instead of Israel owning Gaza. But the idea has been around at least for 25 years. It actually goes back to a document called Clean Break that Netanyahu and his American political team put together in 1996 to end the idea of the two-state solution. You can also find it online. So these are projects. These are long-term events. These aren't, is it Clinton? Is it Bush? Is it Obama? That's the boring way to look at American politics, as the day-to-day game, but that's not what American politics is. So the next round of NATO enlargement came in 2004 with 7 more countries. The 3 Baltic states, Romania, Bulgaria, Slovenia, and Slovakia. At this point, Russia was pretty damn upset. This was a complete violation of the post-war order agreed with German reunification. Essentially, it was a fundamental trick or defection of the U.S. from a cooperative arrangement, is what it amounted to, because they believe in unipolarity.
All right, Majesties, this is the truth, is a fact. And of course, if you understand how geopolitics works, you understand better what he is explaining. Israel is always involved as well. Israel is always part of the game. So all the conflict in the motherland, all the wars in the motherland, both the civil wars, everything about insurgency, from this to that, whichever part, is orchestrated by the West and America. For a fact. So while we are here, looking at only one angle, that our leaders are corrupt, our leaders are kiniko, we should also know that there is a strong hand up there that is, pinching who against who. Who is that person up who is always pinching this one against this one? The source of the problem is up. And hence I keep telling you every day that we are the only ones that can fight for ourselves and can pull ourselves from this situation. There is no white man outside that will come and help solve a problem in Africa. The moment they are involved, know that they have been involved from the beginning, and them still being involved is not a good sign. I was disappointed to see that Tshisekedi, the president of Congo, is allowing some European powers in, because there is a war going on. He's inviting some white people in. I don't get it. Like, are we hypnotized or something? And then we have people like Kemi out there. She's not the only one. There are lots of her type who go out. So these Africans are just, there's no hope for Africa. There's no this, there's no that. There's poverty everywhere. Insecurity everywhere. You can't develop in Africa. But she would not look into this situation from this angle, that these same people are the ones who are destroying the continent of Africa. I wouldn't blame her even, because it's because we give this opportunity. These leaders, they allow themselves to be used. If you do not allow yourself to be used, nobody is going to use you. It's when you accept it that you can be used to destroy your own race that you can be used. Greed and love of money, this is how they take over. And sometimes with threats. A lot of our freedom fighters who had not agreed to Europe and America, where are they today? They take them out, they kill them. They kill them. The moment they discover that you are getting out of hand, if you have been playing to their tune, and the moment you get out of their control, they set you up and they kill you. So how will Africa be free? If we as the masses do not decode this, understand this, and know that Europe and America are the cause of our problems, but still not ruling the fact that we are also part of it. It is with our own collaboration as well. But we should not rule out this fact that Europe and America is always involved in the situation of Africa. Because the moment we keep ruling out that part, that's a critical part, we will never get to the solution of the problems that we have in the motherland. But can we be free? Yes, we can. Because the Sahel has showed us the way. They have made us realize that we can be free. It will not be easy, but we can be free as the continent, not just as the Sahel region, but as the whole continent. If we begin to kick out these leaders that are taking advantage of situations. We are the ones that have to take the step. Just like the Sahel freedom fighters took the step. And they are gradually pulling out from the hold of the collective West. I'm going to see you in my next one. I believe we picked one or two, and we understand now that it's not just the African leaders that are to be blamed for the situation in Africa. They are to be blamed as well, but it's not just them. It's because there is a force, there is something orchestrating all this situation in the motherland. There is a force that's coming between and cause problem, and you see they begin to fight each other. Why are they always interested in destroying Africa? There's an enmity between us. That's a solid point. And there is also the love for resources. They want to drain us out. And the truth is that how will you drain out the source of your life? So I'm using that word just to make you understand that no matter what they do, they can't drain out Africa. Because Africa is the mother. Africa birthed. Africa is feeding the world. So you can't drain out your mother because she gave you life, right? But the truth is, they are doing it so that they drain out our resources. And mind you, it's not just America, it's not just the Europe. We have the Middle East there as well. That's the north part of Africa, the part where they call Middle East today. We have the Arab world who are also doing their own in another part. That we shouldn't rule out that as well. So just imagine Africa, different hands everywhere, trying to steal, trying to kill, cause chaos, cause confusion from here, from there. It's not easy. The motherland have suffered, and the people of the continent of Africa has also suffered. But we can get out of this if we realize our situation early enough, like the Sahel have done, and begin to cut out that which is pulling us down. I'm going to see you in my next one. Until then, love yourself, love others, stay safe, stay positive, always your majesties. Bye for now.